Welcome back to the channel. It is February 11th, 2023, and this is my first time venturing out this winter. I think it's about, what does it say, -7. So it's not too cold this morning. I'm at the Lowe's parking lot, and I've been driving by this area a few times this winter. And I noticed some wild parsnip growing that, well, it's left over from last summer, but it looks like it stood the test of time through the winter. And a couple of times driving by, I noticed there's a tree which is going to be part of the composition in the background. And I'm going to try and get the wild parsnip in the foreground. Now, we had a little bit of snow last night, but I think the wind might have blown it off, the wild parsnip. I want to try and get that in the foreground. So that's what my plan is this morning. I'm waiting for sunrise. It's in another 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And I want to see if I can catch the wild parsnip with the sun just hitting it in the morning. The snow's pretty deep, so I'm not going to set the tripod up. I'm probably going to do this all handheld. Anyways, that's what I'm doing this morning. Now, I made a decision on whether or not to get the Z7 II or build my new Creator PC. So I built the Creator PC, and it's a ASUS Z690 ProArt motherboard. The RTX 3070i graphics card, 64 gig of RAM, and the Fantex P600S case. I've had a few problems getting it all set up, but it's all finished. It's all good to go. The reason I did that was because I was really getting tired of trying to create the videos. It was the old system. It was a good system, but whenever I did video rendering or anything like that, it was just chug along, and I had to walk away and let it do its thing. It worked, but it was just becoming a real pain. So I got the new system, and the Z7 II is in the future. Not sure when it's going to be because it's pretty expensive, but with the D7200, it's doing okay. Alright, so gonna try this. I gotta walk across the highway here. The snow's pretty deep. Okay, we'll try and get this done, and hopefully everything turns out okay. I'll see you later. Bye. Well, that was brutal. Oh my God, it's cold. I didn't think there was much of a wind this morning, but you get out in the open fields and holy geez, my fingers are frozen. Well, I think I got the shots I wanted. I noticed earlier, like when I said earlier, when I was driving by a couple of times, there was like there was a frost on everything. The wild parsnip, they're not as Like they were more, they've basically fallen apart. There's a bit left to them, but I noticed earlier in the year when we had gotten a frost, I drove by and I was like, oh my god, they just looked amazing. And then with the tree in the background, and I saw another guy taking a photograph, and I was wondering, what was he taking a photograph of? And then I realized what he was taking a photograph of. So anyway, I got my shots just as the sun was coming up. I think I got a star shot too with the sun pointing in a different direction, and see how that turns out. And then I tried to walk through the farmers' fields to see if there was any other compositions. There could have been a few shots, but it's just too damn cold. And that's what I was talking about in my video in November, that, you know, it was basically end of the season for me, because I really don't like going out in the winter to take photography. For one thing, it's harder. Well, maybe not necessarily harder to find a composition, but it's in Canada, in the Ottawa Valley, because there's so much moisture in the air in this area that -10 feels like -20 Celsius, and it's just too cold. And well, you got to have the right gear, and like I just had some gloves with they got that thermal Thinsulate. They got that Thinsulate stuff in the gloves, but still, gloves, when your fingers are separated, they get a lot colder. And you got to take your gloves off to handle the camera and everything, and it's just too hard because you freeze up so fast. Anyways, I think I got my shots. Hopefully they turn out. Can't wait for summer and spring. I might try and venture out a couple more times, but I really got to be enthusiastic about it, because it's hard to get motivated to go out in the winter and do photography. And I do find it hard to find the compositions in the winter. But anyways, again, welcome back to the channel. Hit the thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and hopefully 2023 is going to be a good year. So alright, thanks for watching, and thanks for my 94 subscribers. Getting closer to 100. Okay, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.